Yeah. And you know, there's a reasoning why the number 13 is sacred to, you know, to Masons and other people. It was actually sacred to the Mayans too, because well, you know, what they believed is what is known as galactic tones, which is really the measurement of music, because the measurement of music is 1 to 12 on every octave. There's 12 notes for every octave. Now, why is there the number 13? Because the number 13 is harmonic ascension, the new beginning,
the next phrase.
You know, and that's why the letter M is sacred to the Masons, because M is the 13th letter.
13th letter. Mason, M.
And if you look at the letter M, it looks like two pillars being connected.
Yep. It's also sort of 2 points pointing up and one downward, sort of diffusion.
Absolutely.
Star type
and you know, the thing about that too is also when you think about, okay, what are these pillars? What if the pillars is heaven and earth, and what connects us? Now, to the Mayans, the pillars of heaven and earth are known as Skywalker. Star Wars.
What? That's all we were getting at.
You know?
This is fanboy essentials. Right
you know, wow. What is the Star Wars significance? Weren't they talking about Vedas?
Veda, like Darth Vader.
Darth Vader.
Like that's what you're talking about. Yeah,
you know, maybe the holy Vedas.
Yeah, it's all like, it's based on prophecies from India and all the shit we're talking about and this sort of.
Absolutely, you know, the wars in heaven that existed, you know. You know, so maybe there's a significance between a lot of the popular movies that we watch and what is really reality and what is the basis of religion.
Right.
You know, religion is an explanation of what has gone from the heavens down to earth, what has created us. I mean, we as mankind, we've changed our shapes as human beings. You know, we've been Cro-Magnon, we've been the Homo erectus, and now we're the Homo sapien. What if, you know, because what if we are genetically engineered by these heaven people, as it says, or the Elohim, even in the Popol Vuh, which is the ancient, Mayan scripture. You know, they talk about the creation of human beings being done 3 times.
Yeah. 3
times. You know, just like how it says in science now that we, you know, we have evolved this way.
Right.
You know, let's face it. Something happened to our DNA and our genetics that made us smarter, that made us start having religion, and that separated us from all animals.
And now there may be something else going on, the next phase and whatnot. That could be what's
the age of Aquarius, you know, the end of the age of Kali, you know, the end of Armageddon. You know, let's face it, 2012 is not the end of the world. The Mayans never said that. You know, I come from a Mayan lineage and I've studied my roots, and I could tell you that it's just the end of a calendar. You know, when you got a bunch of other calendars that were burned, you know, that means that information was left out. Given, who knows, maybe those calendars are in the Vatican library.
Yeah, do you think they really burned all this stuff or just took it and said they burned it?
I think the Vatican library is what changed, what was transferred from the Alexandria library. I think Alexandria might have been destroyed as a physical element.
Burned the building down.
But I believe that the Vatican holds that. That Vatican, think about it. The New World Order, if you want to talk about what the New World Order is, that New World Order is Christianity.
Ooh, wow. Elaborate, please.
Okay, well, let's look at time measurement. We live in the AD times, after death of Christ. Now, everything before 2,000 years ago, or not even just now, it's been like this for 2,000 years almost, has been measured as anything that happened before Jesus. Now, look, I'm not against Jesus. I'm all for Jesus, you know. Let's smoke some weed together, you know. But why is Jesus the basis of time in the whole world? What is the significance about that? You know, and what is the significance behind the Roman Catholics, the same people who were against Jesus, persecuted him? What is the significance behind them adopting his religion and killing, murdering dozens, hundreds, thousands, millions of people, and creating a world order under Christianity, saying, if you do not submit to this, you will die, be tortured, burned, whatever.
And it's been that way ever since. Yes, they've controlled time.
Now, if you look at the wars out in the Middle East, it's all Judeo-Christian wars with Muslims. Now, these are all people arguing about God, the Old Testament, the New Testament, Jesus, Muhammad. It's all based on Christianity, which is, you know, I guess it essentially by root Judaism, or when you really want to pull out the roots, Egyptians.
Right. It's Mystery Babylon foisting itself upon our timeline, which is like our current age.
Maybe, you know, in the end, religion, you know, is one body that wears different clothes, and these clothes are different religions, but it's still the body of one thing, you know. In the end, the goal is God. You know, the ultimate attainment in religion is God, which is spirituality. It's not even religion. Religion is what separates. Spirituality is what unites. You know, a lot of people don't want to realize that. And want to argue, oh, my God is real, your God is fake. You know, you're going to hell because you don't believe in my God. That's bullshit, man. What are you going to say to all those people that were born in countries that never even heard Jesus, never even knew Jesus? Are you telling me that they're going to go to hell because of that? Bullshit.
Yeah, if you believe this apocalyptic, exclusionary belief system, or religion, or piece of your religion, yeah.
It's about the righteous and the unrighteous, you know, who is righteous, who is evil out there, and that's what it comes down to it, you know. I think, you know, if you want to talk about God and what God punishes, you know, look, God, I believe, forgives everybody, you know, so why would he be like, oh, you're going to hell because you don't believe in Jesus? What the hell is that, man?
I guess because Jesus, who is the same as God, apparently said, well, you know, I'm the only way, so, you know, if you shun me, so you turn your back on eternity or whatnot, you know?
I mean, so, but, you know, you know, I have an uncle that's a Mason, you know, and he told me, you know, given this is, you know, a comment from somebody else, doesn't necessarily mean it's the opinion of mine, but I do throw this out as a what if.
Right.
He said Jesus was a Mason.
Jesus was,
a member of the Great White Brotherhood, given specific secret teachings under the pyramids. Secret underground passageways in the Egyptian pyramids. Given, you think about the Bible, why do they not mention like almost 30 years of his life? You know, he dies at 33 like a Mason.
That's
okay?
Right. That's correct, though.
All right.
He's the son.
He's the son. He's the begotten son.
Yes.
Now, let's take in consideration the fact that, you know, he probably traveled east. His teachings sound a lot more Buddhist than you know, advanced Jewish or whatever what people want to call that shit, you know.
Advanced Jewish.
The dude was a Buddhist, man, you know, and he was like, I'm Krishna, you know.
He definitely had that Buddhist Taoist element.
You know, I mean, you know, the Spanish name for Jesus Christ is Jesucristo, you know. Now, given, you know, when you want to talk about the parallels between Christ and Krishna, you know, the father of Krishna, his name was Vasudeva, or Yasu.
Sounds like Yahweh.
Or like Yeshua.
Oh.